Type on a Path tool lets you create text along a certain path. And it can be any path you want, regular or irregular.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
A square, a spiral, a wave created with the pen tool. It's that flexible and really handy, especially in logo design. So let's see how it works. Now, probably the most obvious case when you'll want to create type along a path is when designing text on a circle. And it's fairly common these days with the abundance of retro designs out there. So let's take this approach. First, I'll create a circle. I'll click and drag, hold down the Shift key like so. Okay, now I'll grab the type on a path tool. I'll hover over the circle and click. Right now I can create some type, so I'll type in, say, chunky, funky, retro design. Well, that was clever. But guys, I gotta warn you here. Once you type something on a path, adjusting the text can be a real pain in the neck. So if you don't get something exactly how you want it, be patient. Eventually you'll get there, and let me try to make it easier for you. First of all, to adjust the text, we'll need the direct selection tool, so I'll make it active. If I click the text, you can see that we get these three lines, two with squares on them, which indicate the boundaries of the text, and one longer, which shows the middle of the text and is responsible for making it flip across the path. So let me show you how to use all of these. First, I need to separate these two. I'll grab one and move it all the way to the right. As you can see, at the same time the longer line positions itself in the middle, and we can adjust the position of the text with it along the line and across the line. And as you can see, the process can be a bit clumsy, so you'll need some practice to get used to this tool's habits. Now, if we'd like to add another line of text as a slogan, for instance, the best way to go is to simply copy the first text and then paste it in front. Now we get two identical lines of text. We can reposition the new one like so, and we can apply to it all the type manipulation techniques as we would to a normally created text. So we can make it smaller or bigger. But notice that as soon as I make it bigger, the text falls out of the boundaries, so we have to expand them. We could also adjust the text position by bringing it closer to the center of the circle in this case, or put it further away from the center. And we can do it by selecting the text and going to the character here in the control panel and playing around with this value that says set the baseline shift. And if you're still craving for some more shortcuts, instead of going to the baseline shift option as we just did, you can select the type and use Alt plus Shift plus up or down arrow like so. Of course, it is still live text, so I can simply with the type tool click here and type something else. Now, just so you can understand it a bit better, let's create some text along an irregular path. So I'll clean up the artboard first, turn on the pen tool, and simply click a few times to get a path just like so. Now, with this kind of open path, instead of going to the Type on a Path tool, we could simply make the Type tool active. And notice that as soon as I hover over the path, the icon changes to Type on a Path tool. And if I click, I can type something like designing logos, learning Illustrator. And I'll make it bigger so it goes all the way along the path. Okay, so this is how we can create text along a path. Before we close this section, I want to share with you a couple of tricks that are really handy, really fun, and can save you a lot of headaches.